So, today's topic, porn. What are we going to do with porn? I mean, it's something everyone watches, right? But I mean, do we really understand what it is and what it's doing to society? So, porn is good if you're a porn star. I mean, when's the last time you went up to your girlfriend and said, hey, let's do what they did in that video scene last week? If she's even actually into it, it's probably not going to be excited as planned. Why? Because porn isn't real. Why isn't porn real? Do you really think everyone has a 12-inch penis and massive boobs? Everyone moans the same, and really, those sounds you hear and all those grunts, have you ever wondered why it doesn't sound like that when you're having sex? Yes, it's nice to be able to enjoy what you are doing with someone for longer than 30 seconds. However, a 4-hour orgasm is not enjoyable. Aside from porn being so unrealistic about size, it's so unrealistic about the scope of time. No one actually has sex for hours on end unless it's a snow day. Popular culture makes you want to believe that size matters and that men must have a massive penis or succumb to being a wimp or a pansy, but realistically, the average penis size is between 5 and 6 inches. Anything more than that, you're just kidding yourself. So every time you meet someone who's like, oh yeah, I'm so big, have you ever actually seen it? On top of that, I mean, Victoria's Secret models are like the perpetuation of what you must look like in America, right? Because you see so many people walking around 5'6", 93 pounds. No. But all that the porn industry does is exploit that. That is how you know that porn is not real. That is how you know it is all about the show. It's all about the staging. And everything that you hear is just making you want something in life that you're never going to have. Ever. So porn can be really good about making you feel bad about yourself or making you feel like you're not doing sex correctly, like there's something wrong with you because you don't have a 12-inch penis or huge boobs. But it also creates or perpetuates a stereotype that all women are slutty and wear pigtails, and that if she's eating a banana, she's thinking dirty thoughts, or that all men have to have large penises to be good in bed. Those things aren't true, and what they end up doing is feeding into and reminding us about rape culture and reminding us that with this crazed stereotype that we're creating and these crazed expectations that we're putting on society, we're also teaching people about sex and teaching people how to do things in bed. And if what we're learning from is something that's not realistic and true, people might think it's okay when they see a porn video that depicts, some damsel in distress being shoved into a corner by some brutish guy, and then they go out and they see that in society and they think, well, I saw it in a video, so it must be okay, right? Yes, there is a lot of sex education out there, but that doesn't mean that sometimes people don't use porn as a means of more knowledge gain. And unfortunately, that usually runs down to the younger population who have little experience with sex. Porn shows you things that are unrealistic. Yeah, we've talked about that. But unfortunately, there are other things that porn shows you. It shows you practices that are unsafe, practices that, if not done within a controlled environment, can harm people or overwhelm them or stress them or even, give them long term standing effects. When you are watching a porn scene, they don't always show you the behind the scenes and the different code words and different tactics that they use in porn. Porn is good, or it can be. It provides jobs, it provides an outlet for some, education for others, and yes, there will always be gain and loss when it comes to porn, but realistically, it's most likely going to be a part of our society forever. And we need to do our best as a humanity to make sure that it is doing its job. It's meant to be enjoyable, it's meant to give us a little bit of fantasy life away from what we see in our everyday norm. But we have to make sure that what people are learning from it is being taught that it is just fantasy. We have to make sure that it is not setting unrealistic expectation on sex and on people, because at the end of the day, that's what builds relationships, that's what builds marriages and families, and that's what keeps society going. And if we don't have that, there's no point.